Hey there, I'm Joe. I'm one of the pastors around here, and we're going to spend the next few weeks talking about what it means to live like God's family. But today, I want to invite you to think about your role in God's family as we kick off episode 1 of our brand new series called Squad Up. Nothing beats the strength of a squad, right? Squads work together, they have each other's backs, and even though they have their problems, they're almost always looking out for each other. Hey, Steven, what are a few of your favorite squads?
Oh yeah, like the Toy Story squad, the Avengers, the kids from Goonies, Scooby and the gang, Michael Jordan and the Bulls, or all the homies from Stranger Things.
Steven, you're forgetting about us. I mean, best squad ever. Everyone wants to be part of a squad, right? Whether you're watching this in Park Rapids, Bellflower, online, Redlands, or Anaheim, we all want a safe group of people to hang out with on the weekends, when we go back to school, in our neighborhood, our sports teams, or maybe even for the rest of our lives.
Oh yeah, hashtag best friends forever.
Okay, whether your squad is a group of 10 or more friends, or your squad is 1 or 2 trusted people, that's great. The point is that we all want to be part of an awesome group of people. It's normal to want that kind of community, but sometimes we feel more pressure than usual to find a place where we feel like we belong or fit in. Like at the start of a new school year, when life sends a big or unexpected change, when we're the new kid, when we feel alone or misunderstood.
And we can't make sure that you always have someone to walk to class with, but I know someone who is willing to walk with you always and invites you into a community of people where you can truly belong. And that someone is Jesus. That community is JHM. It's the church. And when some people hear the word church, they might think about a building, a pastor, a certain way they have to dress or dress up, or somewhere that they're forced to go. But the church is meant to be so much more than a building or an event. It's meant to be a community where we can belong and where we can grow.
Going into my 7th grade year, I met some really great people at my church. And that summer, we started spending time together. Not just at junior high, on a weekend, in a church building, but we actually started doing stuff together. Going to the beach, baseball games, hanging out at each other's houses. I had gone to church my whole life, and honestly, it was boring. But something changed that year. I began to change as my squad began to grow. Not only did I have fun with a group of friends, but we began to learn how to pray and share our faith and help others. We encouraged each other and helped each other make better decisions. And I'm so grateful for the friendships that I developed with Chad and Justin, Daniel and Paul, and for our small group leaders, Rick and Kurt and Julie. My relationship with Jesus grew in junior high because of my squad. And it was because of them that I was able to overcome some of the difficult times that life threw at me.
This is the kind of community Jesus always wanted us to find in the church. But not every story is like this one. Sometimes Jesus followers aren't great at getting along, care more about their preferences than other people, and are a little judgmental. But when we get it right, being part of the church can change people's lives like it changed Joe's.
One of my favorite books in the Bible is called Acts, and it's all about the start of the church. When the church was getting started, everyone was trying to figure out not only how to follow Jesus, but how to get along with everybody else as well. The earliest Christians came from different religious backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, and social classes. Just like today, learning to get along with such a diverse group of people wasn't exactly easy, but they figured it out. Look what the Bible says about them. All of the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship and to sharing in meals and to prayer. I absolutely love this. It goes on to say in the following verses that they began to hang out everywhere together, in their homes, neighborhoods, around town. Church wasn't something where they went once a week. It was the community that they surrounded themselves with. It was their squad.
Totally, and I don't know about you, but I want to be a part of a community where I'm always welcomed, where I'm prayed for and cared for, where I can grow as a person, and where my uniqueness is celebrated. And that's God's dream for the church. It always has been. The church isn't a building or an event. It's supposed to be a family, God's family. And here's the good news for all of us. You're invited to join God's family.
You're welcome in God's family, even if you don't look, talk, or act like you think a church person should. You're welcome in God's family, even if you still have doubts and questions. You're welcome in God's family, even if no one else in your family believes. And you're welcome in God's family, even if you've made some really big mistakes. No matter what, you're invited to join God's family. You're invited to belong at JHM or wherever followers of Jesus gather, because it's not about a building. God's family is way bigger than that. And whether you realize it or not,
God never wants us to feel alone or like we don't belong. And you don't have to. When it comes to the church, there are no tryouts or admissions tests or interviews. No matter who we are, we can be part of God's family.
but here's the deal. Great squads always have a great mission or vision that drives them, a set of principles that guide them, and they find ways to have fun together and keep going. So over the next few minutes, you're going to work together with your squad to talk about what you want to get out of this next year with your small group. Set up a few rules to help you keep you accountable, and plan at least one small group hangout that you're going to make happen over the next few months. I'm so excited for you, your squad, and the year ahead.